As soon as Sherry is ready, we are going to stand up and warm up.
Mostly I do like embroidery and mending stuff. So I don't do like sewing clothes.
Yeah, sometimes the learning curve is such that it's worth just paying somebody to do it. Yep. Bonnie, scoot over a little bit that way so I can see Mimi. There she is. Hands over there. All right. So stand tall, feet shoulder width apart. Relax your shoulders and inhale. Arms up over your head and stretch up and exhale. Inhale. Reach with your right arm, lift your left heel off the floor. And exhale, come to center. Inhale, reach with your left arm. Lift your right heel off the floor and stretch. And exhale, come to center. Inhale, stretch both arms up. Lift your heels off the floor if you are able. Exhale, heels down, keep your arms up. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, slowly bring your arms down. Be careful not to hit anybody. Keep your collarbone up and pointing to the ceiling. Breathe on your own. Take a moment to assess your posture. Are you standing taller than you were when you started? Are your hips parallel to the floor? Shoulders parallel to hips? Knees unlocked, and inhale. Bring your right arm up and over. Take a hold of your left ear, and as you exhale, gently use the weight of your arm. Inhale. And exhale down the left side of your neck, down your shoulder, down your arms and out. Your fingertips, feel the stretch, deepen, don't pull. Inhale. Hold. And as you exhale, slowly release and come back to center. Inhale, bring your left arm up and over. Take a hold of your right ear, and as you exhale, gently use the weight of your arm to tip your head to the left. Inhale. And as you exhale, follow the air down your neck, down your arm, out of your fingertips. Feel the stretch deepen. Inhale. Hold it. And then as you exhale, release and come to center. And find the base of your skull where it rests on the top vertebrae, on the atlas. Inhale. And as you exhale, push up towards the ceiling. Feel the release along your spine. Again, inhale. And as you exhale, push up. One more inhale. And you exhale, release. And breathing at your own pace. Take stock of your body. Are your feet anchored to the floor, your knees unlocked, your hips parallel to the floor? Is your spine slightly extended but curving gently and naturally? Are your shoulders parallel to your hips? Is your collarbone pointing at the ceiling? And is your head in neutral position on your neck? And Jessica, we're going to have you move in and have Leah be there. I haven't heard that she's not coming. Jan is not coming today. So if you could please take out your straws, and if you don't have them, I dropped the bag for those who need a fresh one. Anybody? Figure at some point they get spitty and icky. I don't see one.
Gotta bring your own bag.
Anybody else? Okay.
That's how the Germans work.
That. opening. Here we go with your straw. And just to keep yourself honest, make sure you feel your lips vibrate a little bit on the straw. If the air is going through the straw, your lips will buzz. If it's going through your nose will buzz. Good inhale. Good, here we go. And just pause. Be sure that your jaw is not clenched, right? Your jaw should be nice and relaxed, even though your lips are closed around the straw. And last one. Good. Jaw relaxed. Relaxes the top. A little more legato. One more time, that one. There we go. And slide back up. Try to feel the sound is going to go, to me, it feels like it goes a different direction up my head. So as it goes higher, it kind of goes, and try not to push it forward. Here we go. Good. And up. And switch to feel. Keep the jaw relaxed. Feel. Close. Open the floor on the top. I'm hearing. You don't need a Y there. And while you're focusing on what your voice feels like and sounds like, keep your ears around and try to notice how your voice is mixing with the voices around you. Here we go. Bottom note now, just a little bit. You can still do E here and E, E, D flat. How about that?
It's the G.
That's it.
High D above high C.
Oh. Okay, got it. Yeah. Maybe funny. Oh, we haven't done this in a long time. Good breath. Started great, and then it kind of went funky. The vowel doesn't change when the pitch changes, and the pitch doesn't change when the vowel changes. Here we we go. Much better. Keep it forward, Deep breath. Everybody hearing this? Okay, make it rounder inside. Everybody know what an ocarina is? Ocarina is a Mexican
Those are the
wind.
things you bring.
Yeah, so sometimes they make it out of ceramic, and it's a ball, and it has a little hole, some little holes on top. So kind of like a recorder with, so big space, small opening. All right, hear the difference? Here we go. It's in two. Keep your space. Oh. Okay, we need to work on this one again, but we're not going to do it today. Let's have a seat. Here's what our plan is. I'm going to do some work on Nigrasum and on Anyone Can Sing, and then we are all going to take advantage of the fact that we have a composer in our midst. We're going to surround the piano, and Yuli is going to work with us on the third verse of the Shub. So I hope you have a pencil. So let's look at Nigrasum. Measure 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 89 and 90. And thanks to the alto rehearsal, exceptional. So there is an error in the vocal part. The vocal part in 89 and 90 should look like the top notes of the piano right hand. So in measure 89, that G sharp should actually be an A, tied to an A in measure 90. And then the second beat in measure 90 should be a G sharp, just like in the piano, tied to the G. Well, we have a new syllable, so it's not tied over the bottom line.
Say that again. Which course in this one?
If you look at measure 89 and you look at what's in the piano right hand, that top note, that's what should be in the voice part. A instead of a G sharp. There's no there. So this score was in the public domain, and so I'm guessing somebody copied the score and put it into an editable score. And when that happens, people make mistakes. So this is a mistake. I checked a couple of recordings on YouTube, and everybody sings the melody that's in the piano.
90 is
90 is an A. 90 is an A and then a G sharp.
okay. So that's
Yeah, and Neely, I assume you figured out that 8, 9, 80, 81, and 82, that D in the piano is.
Well, that D in the piano was mimicking the D
And the soprano. Yeah, I have
It's
a.
really weird.
I think those are both D sharps.
Right.
I think those are.
That made me a lot happier.
Yeah, well, if you look at what's, I mean, you have that D sharp. I think those are both D sharps.
Great.
That for soprano twos, measure 82. That I had a different pencil just here. Anyway, measure 82. That D is a D sharp. D sharp. Soprano 2, not the alto. The alto is 82. The altos don't change.
altos don't have any.
82.
Right here.
82. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay.
To be major.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. was very strange. Yeah.
E, B, and say that one more time.
I
please.
believe in measure, so the piano in 81 has the D sharp in the bass. And I believe that the Ds in 82 are also D sharps, both the one in the piano and the one in the soprano too.
Okay.
Harmonically, it makes more sense.
I'll go back. The piano voice singing in Latin is really good.
A lot of the recordings are very slow to my taste, but you know that's the way it
That's
is.
how it is.
Yeah. So can we all sing on doo-doo at measure 83? And Alti, if you don't want to jump up in measure 85, just repeat the same note. And Neil, you'll play it up the octave and down the octave. Okay, that means something. 1, 2. Okay, same thing, adding text. And sopranos, when you're doing that jump, we're doing a break in 85. Yeah, we're not connecting that jump, so you can open everything up. Here we go. 3, 1, 2. Okay, so soprani, you cannot do ooh, yeah. Inside your mouth, it has to be an ah. Your mouth has to do an ah. If your mouth does an ooh, it's going to be shrill. Okay, so let's speed it up just a little bit. I don't know about you, but I'm having trouble keeping the air at this tempo, right? The tempo that is on this score, and I don't know if it's original or not, is this. But being as this is a romantic piece, there's more flexibility in tempo than in certain other pieces. So we're going to do it a little bit faster. 1, 2. Okay, Alti, of course, at 90, you're going to want to go up, go back up the up, because I don't think anybody here has a low beat. Yeah? Want to go up there, otherwise it gets too low. I haven't decided who's singing this. I haven't decided if we're doing it like this at the octave, if we're going to do solos. So this way everybody learns it, and then we can figure out what we're going to do. So Neely now, instead of playing our part, is going to play her part, which listen to it for a second. Could you just play the piano part for them so they could hear? Now we lose her with us all the way, and then we need to remember. Here we go. Nitzani. 1, 2. Okay, let's continue with at 103. Okay, here we go. We went over all of this in our sectionals. It's really not 4-part harmony. 1, 2. One, two, off, 2. Okay, yeah, the dotted rhythm. The 8th note, when you have a dotted quarter note and an 8th note, like in measure 103, like in measure 82, and all over the place, the 8th note needs to go to the next measure. Otherwise, you're behind. It's a very common mistake. It's got to move. One more time. Here you go. 1, 2. Forward. One. All right.
How long do we hold the, sorry, in measure 114, how long do we hold it?
Till I cut you off.
No.
Oh,
In
okay.
measure
So
114.
let's count it, please. Let's count from 110, 112. Ready? He 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and So we're gonna right now. We're not retarding. We're not doing anything. My inclination is to do, and I wrote this. I'm not 100% sure, but my initial instinct was to do a little bit of retard at 95, and then just keep going till the end. There's no reason to. I mean, he slows down by making longer notes. So if we then also slow it down more. All right, so Nitzanim to the end, and then we'll back up. Here we go. 1, 2. Here we go. Holding it too long. No, that made that a 16th note. Can we do Higia again? Make sure we count it correctly. Here we go. And 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, now at Aviva's suggestion, her brilliant suggestion, we changed Alleluia. No, really, we changed Alleluia to Higia, right? So what is Et Zamir Higia? There's an argument about what Zamir is. It could be either the time of the harvesting, or it could be the time of the nightingale singing, the song. In any case, it's the end of it's spring, okay? Because in Israel, remember, things grow in the wintertime. We harvest in the summer and the fall, okay? If we think about the beginning of this I am beautiful. I am black and I am beautiful, girls of Jerusalem. And my master said to me, go out. So spring, we can also see spring as a metaphor here for youth, for ripeness, okay, because he calls her to his room. So I feel this end is a little bit more triumphant than pianissimo would give us. I don't think it needs to be like, I mean, I don't know that I would want, that pianissimo to fortissimo seems a little bit much to me. But it's not, I don't think it's this. What is the word higia means? Arrives. Higia. Yeah, we're opening the concert with this song. So higia, we've arrived, we're right, we're ready. Okay, nice job. Yes.
On 91, I have written on tutti, or are you just all going to sing from?
As I said, I'm not sure what to do about this Nitzanim thing yet. I actually kind of like it with the divisi and the alto going down the octave. I think it sounds kind of cool. And I don't know that we have anybody who really wants to do this as a solo. If you do, let me know. And I will think about it. But I translated the Latin verse by verse, but then I took the Hebrew verse. Hey, Alicia, Aviva, your partner is here. Move back and join. Yeah. Samir Higia, the nightingale the songbird has arrived.
Okay.
And so I know that the order of the words in Latin is not necessarily identical to the order of the words in Hebrew. And so I don't feel like Nitzanim needs to be this quiet. I'm not sure why he chose to make this a unison. The short of it is, I would like us to run this and see where the heck we are. I'm not going to stop you. I promise. We're gonna run all the way through, and then we're going to move on. I want to see where we need more help the next time we work on this. I wanted to get that page fixed. You want to stand? My bad. Pick up 249. And 2. You drop, come on. That pretty. Beautiful. Good. Nice job. All right. Anyone can sing. We're going from the sublime to the sublimer to the sublimest.
That's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
On measure 6.
What piece are we on? Okay. I'm not sure. I'm working on my body, figuring out the best way to hit that G. Okay, because I think right now, yes. Right now, yes. And we will work when we have all 4 of you. We'll work to figure out how we do that. And we may juggle things a little bit because we may have Alicia sing soprano 1 on that section, and we'll figure it out. Okay, anyone can sing. So I have a few spots that I would like to look at. The first one is the beginning, very, very beginning. And it would be wonderful if we could do this page by heart. Anyone can sing. Right, we're singing in unison. My big thing is I want to make sure that everybody gets that first note right. And the piano helps you, so without any clues, let's start at the top and see if you can find it. Okay, let's so right note, but it needs to be anyone can sing. Have to have the spaces open if you will. Anyone, we're now can, we're flatter and flatter. Anyone can sing.
You want the W before the 1?
Anyone, a little bit. Anyone, a little bit.
A little bit of a stop.
A little bit. Anyone can. If you do anyone, right? So if you add a little bit of a W, you will get that almost an all right. Let's see what 76 is. I know that when Andrea presented to our group the recording that they have on for her for this, even though she has lots of tempo changes, she listened to it and she was like, boy, they changed the tempo a lot. And so her intention is slight deviations from the tempo if it says a little bit. So here is her, this is quarter notes. Okay, so that's her tempo. We may be a little bit faster, we may be a little bit slower. Right now, I'd like to take it a little bit slower than what you did it, Amelia, and I think you could take more time on the fermati. Yeah. No. I want you to. I want you to do your thing because they need to find their pitch, no matter how enthralled they are by your artistry. they still need to find their pitch. Okay. All right, here we go. Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing. need to do on the sing on measure 6, write yourself a little crescendo, because otherwise it dies. Otherwise it dies. Yes, that was so lovely. So even if Neely takes more time, less time on this. I just, like I said, I have a few spots that I want to do, and then I want to be able to spend as much time as we need on that verse of the shoe, because this is an incredible shape for this point in time. Float away. Anyone can see. Anyone can see. And each day. Okay, I'm going to pause you here. So did you hear what happened over the page turn? Anyone can. That's wrong note. Is that the right? Anyone can see. You don't need to look at that. Anyone can see. You should be on page 2. You should not be singing on page 1. Page 1, you know by heart. Right? All right. I'm going to pause you because we will connect it. What I'd like to look at now is the bottom of page 5. We did some work on this last time, and I'm not convinced that we have grief and celebration. So what I was thinking I would really like to have on, and can you give me like an A? See those little accent marks that he has on the ands? So I think if we, yeah, so I don't know how we're going to do this with the staggering exactly, because you're going to ask me where exactly do I put my D, and I'm not sure yet. But I really want that and set. So we may all do our D's with the altos just before celebration. Yeah, so lots of So could you just really at measure 22 give the 3 pitches for the and sing. So let's just try that, see if we can get our D's together and the set together. And here we go, sopranos and no, really like hitting a gong.
It's like the NBC dong.
There's a couple of places that she has where there's a word that jumps from the sections, and so I feel like she's doing that because it's important for her. And so we have that wonderful solitude, grieve, right? So the ringing of the bells. We're going to go to London. Here we go. Okay, so I counted wrong, right? I counted wrong. So here we go. Yeah, okay. So you were right. Yeah, so soprano 2 and alto 2. So everybody's doing their D just before the celebration. Right? Everybody's got, so soprano 1s and 2s, your celebration is a beat later than theirs because, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm cueing wrong. I'm cueing wrong. Here we go. I told you, this worked in my head. I'm like, I wonder if I can do this in real life. It sounds really cool. So I'd really like to figure out. So okay, here we go. Can we speak it once? Keep me honest. And celebration. Okay, please look at the word celebration. What is the vowel that is the second syllable? Eh. Not celebration. Celebration.
And of course, that L for the cell should really go with the letter. Right? Celebrate. So, and even that, it's not celebrate. Yeah. Celebration. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. And celebrate. So those of you who are holding the and longer, get ready to get off. If you can't get the D in, we're going to let the altos do the D, and you come in on celebration on that B3, come heck or high water. Here we go. One more time. And celebration. Okay, good. Good. So let's back up to grief. Measure 20. 22. That's the dyslexic.
The other 20.
Every now and then it gets me. I've actually written numbers down knowing that I wrote 36 and then I look at it and it's, why does it say 63? Brains are amazing. All right, 1, 2. And celebrate. Yeah. You're going to have that surprise the reluctant heart so well that you're going to turn the page like this, which is the goal. Bless you. Okay. You got stuck in a smile. It's great. Just keep you that way. All right. Back to what is harder. Pick up to 17. Here we go. Pick up to 17. Here we go. Ready?
So we're singing.
Yeah, everybody's singing. What is harder? Good breath. To get the voice from sonorous wings of song through. Breathe and celebrate. Bravo. Okay, back to the beginning. We're going to go from the beginning to the surprise the reluctant heart. Good.
I have a question.
Yes.
In terms of the just prior to the page 36, when there's that crescendo and then that off, and then a little more urgently, that's a forte to forte. So, what's the dynamic level that you want then at grade for celebration?
Celebration is going to be probably mezzo forte-ish, which is what we're doing.
Okay.
Energetic. I care about the energy.
Could you just maybe Neely can play? I think it's more helpful for us to watch your gesture, because I think we're using all the energy there, and then the not getting soft enough to get to the real forte, which is on the next page.
Well, I've kind of cut you off in the middle of that.
No, I'm talking about previously.
On the celebration?
Yeah, I want to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
So we have to see, we can see if people should be looking
From
for you.
where?
That same location, 22.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to clarify, measure 16. So there is going to be almost an extra beat, not quite. So Neely, if you play from 15, so I can conduct it. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, and I'll restart you. Okay. Otherwise, we're not going to be together.
That's what I was concerned about.
Especially since we're joining you
Because we're
guys.
not together.
Yeah.
Where are we starting right now?
Top. H2, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's such a wonderful piece. I love the piece. All right. Measure 37. 37. So if you look at what's happening, we have the tattered. Yeah, so it's kind of pausing us. We had witness defeat, suffer contempt, shrink, lose face, retreat to the last dark hiding place. Now, the last dark hiding place is not an outside physical place. It's that inner dark hiding place of brokenness. The tattered remnants of your pride, okay? So I think the is important because like the what. So let's speak it for a second. And sopranos 1 and 2, give that beat 3, do something on beat 3. So the ha or something like that. 3, 4. The tattered. Please no turds. All right. Pitches for them at 37. So I think once we get to tattered remnants, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think the measure, because of the way she wrote it, is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta. Yeah. So even it's not going to be loud, but it's sitting on each beat. Aviva, do you need help? Okay. Oh, here we go. 3, 4. Okay, so soprano ones. There's fewer of you, but listen to the energy, the attack of the altos on the and match that. Okay, so we're doing a little bit more consonant than we usually do because the has a little bit of can do a little bit of melody in it. Is a slightly sung. Here we go. Okay. So let's go back to witness defeat at 29 and connect this. Witness defeat, suffer Okay, did I miss the? I thought I
No, I didn't, I wasn't playing my part.
Okay, yeah, I want your part.
Sorry, okay, my part.
They can do it. They're so awesome. Here we go. Good. So notice that this is, when we sung it previously, you've all been a little bit cautious, a little quiet. This isn't quite, this is not piano. We need to leave something for the last dark hiding place. Here we go. Ah. Witness to me, so content, train to train, whose name Good. So notice how she uses that staggered word as a transition and to create suspense. Okay, the last one I want to look at, oh good, I didn't write it, is the transition. So bottom of page 8. Bottom of page 8. And so if you look at measure 46, we're getting the ands again, right? So alto goes and yet, soprano to and sing from that, and sing, yeah? So in a way, it's almost, we want to get finally to sing. We want to get there. And by having these repetitions, she's helping. She writes a retard, but you almost don't need to do that. If you put the emphasis on those repeated words, it slows it down for you. Okay, just the opposite of what we talked about the dotted rhythm. When you have that 8th note jumping the bar line, it helps you give energy forward. When you emphasize many beats in the measure, it pulls you back and it creates a retard by itself. All right, so if we can speak, starting with the altos in 46, pick up to 47. Okay, so 1, speaking, 3. And yet, and sing from that, and sing. So, and this and is very different because she wants, I don't know, she doesn't do a. She doesn't do a tie. I think we're going to let the sopranos lift and sing. And soprano ones, I would leave that last D out completely. That the D on the high E, the end of and on the high E, the last measure, that last beat of 49. Don't bother saying that. D. Because you don't want on E to F sharp go and C. Have the high E. Yep, everybody else is going to be doing sing. We've heard sing and sing and sing and sing and sing.
So you want the breath before the end or after the end?
Before, after the end, if you can. There's enough of you to stagger it. I would.
Breath between the end and sing.
Yeah.
Not
the last, no, from between 49 and 50.
Yeah, no.
Let's experiment. I mean, she has those dotted lines, which indicates a preference to not lift before that final end. But yet still open and sing from that and sing. So I think that would, part of it is what the tempo is. You know, if, I mean, let's go back to our, yet still, oh, shush you. So, yet still, sorry, pick up the 4. And yet still open somewhere you have to take a breath. Somewhere you have to take a breath. I think it's going to be before that and. I don't see how you do it without a breath there. Unless you have 20 people in your section and you can stagger. All right, so let's speak it starting soprano 1 and 2, pick up to 46, and yet. 1, 2, 3. And yet still, oh, and yet, and sing from that, and sing. Okay, give them their pitches. I think they need to play with them. From and yet still open. And give the alti their pitches. Here we go. Pick up to 46. We can try. Here we go. Yeah, you're soprano ones, yes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need to work on that some more. I'd like to cut every hum, every hard one joy. Measure 53, 54, 55. Please cross out those internal R's. Hurt, harm, hard one. Yeah, can we speak that, please? Hurt every hum, every hard one joy. Otherwise, I'm going to have Anne speaking Londonese to demonstrate.
Right.
Okay, so the next thing we want to do is work on Vishuva around the piano. So since we're going to get up and move around anyway, why don't we take a 5-minute break for those of you?
Speak up.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
speak
I'm turned off because I'm going to sing the piano.
I usually do well, but I will take you. Can't hear me, let me know. I'm going to stand by
Change
something
places
that
with
I
Anne so that she's as
said
close as
last
possible
time
to me.
when I was with the
This
altos
is
and
the,
second
the
tenor.
left ear is the wrong ear, right?
Rachel disagrees with me.
This is bad.
So it may be the case that everybody else disagrees with me too, but I'm still going to stand by it. But I think that the rhythm is not really as challenging as it appears to be on the page, and that the easiest way to sort of get beyond the fear of the rhythm on the page is to just sing it a few times and not worry about it. I agree. And not worry about the words. But, I mean, we're going to get the words. The words are really important, obviously, but they're difficult. They're very, very difficult. This is not easy language in this poem. And if you're not a native Hebrew speaker, between staring at it and trying to figure out what it's saying and staring at the notes, trying to figure out what the rhythm is, you're losing track of the fact that it's not as hard as it appears to be. That's my position. I'm stupid, but I heard you. And,
Buy a book of Beatles songs sometime and watch how they write that. It's
yeah.
oh my God.
And that's kind of the point. You know, Claude had raised a point early on where, you know, well, isn't it supposed to be more flexible? Are we going to be more flexible with it? And Leah's response to that correctly was yes, once we know it. But we're going to back up just off of that for just a moment here today, and we're going to be a little bit flexible. And we'll just sing through the melody so that you can hear what the melody is and not worrying about it. No, okay, oh, that's how this song goes. And then I think if we all kind of sing through an octave lower for you, the soprano part, just to have a sense of, okay, that's what's happening on top of us. That's what that counter melody is. And then we'll track right now too.
Yeah, we're looking at verse 3 on page 9.
So we'll be, yeah, at letter E. Okay, so let's see, it's the soprano twos who have melody. why don't we'll just think through it once. Do you guys need me to actually play it for you? Do you need me to just sort of leap into it and try to sing it? With piano. No, why don't we just do doo-doos for the moment, and then we'll add text afterwards. Just doo-doos, yeah?
Do you want us on altos or all on?
Why don't we all sing the melody? Just so we hear what it sounds like. Okay, so I'm going to play the accompaniment. So I'm going to play the accompaniment for 2 measures before to get us into it. Technically, I guess the very last 2 notes of the melody are in soprano too. Again, because
Let's do that one more time.
not that hard, right? So let's try it.
Before you do it, Neely, let's do from 69 again. And what I'd like you to do, instead of looking at your music, it's just kind of groove. Don't think about don't think about it. If you don't think about the fact that
Yeah. And the other thing that we can do while we're learning that is you can actually emphasize it a little bit. Don't worry about making it too legato, right? Yes, and it's not a problem because this is the point where we're talking about the clock. This is a clock. This is my off-kilter clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, where we've got I'm also tick-tocking in my hand. That's my tick-tock at the end of it. This is the clock part. So yeah, you can sort of lean on this a little bit, and you can detach it a little bit because I think that might help.
syncopated. It's syncopated.
But it's not so useful now for me. I feel it easy, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you don't like it. But it's just a few measures.
No, this is beautiful.
The Mexican show.
Yeah,
We're creating a personality split here for
it's
you.
a jam, musical jam, or kind
Yeah,
of
no.
music. I don't enjoy it,
I got you.
but it's so sticky.
Yes.
You know, we call this banda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
I like
dance
dance.
in all parts. Those kind of music.
Yes, exactly. Go ahead. You know what?
The Supremes.
Lean on those a little bit, come off. Doesn't have to be legato. We can always smooth it out later on if that's the preference and smooth it, detach it, whatever. So I'm going to try from right there again. That's 69, back up again. That's just that, the tiki taca. I come in first. Is that? Yeah. So that's the melody. Obviously, you know, altos, you're doing a little bit of harmony with that, but you're doing the exact same rhythm. Nothing different. So you still get to go. So let's hear what's happening with the other part, because I think the other thing that the advantage of being able to is that I think it's easier to hear each other, because when we're in rows at the back, you know, it's harder to really hear what's going on. Once you're more familiar with it, it's a lot easier to hear it, even when you're standing, you know, staggered the way you have to stand for the audience to hear it properly. But first you have to hear it. So on this counter line that we've got going on here, it's just straight on the quarter note. So it shouldn't be all that hard rhythmically in isolation, right? We're not putting it together with anything right now. So this is an isolation. And you probably haven't actually really heard this yet in the lower voices. So I'm going to play it once and I'm playing it an octave down. So, yeah, I'm 65. Whatever's easier for
61.
you.
61. You want to do Oz or do's? Oz. Oz. Okay, so soprano ones at 7B, you have to, that E you have to open as if it's a G. If you don't open as if it's not coming out. Okay, that's one. The other one, you're not getting all the way up. That second needs to be down and up the same distance. So when you play down the octave, when you down the octave, yeah. But especially at 66, because you're going up to the E. Has to open like for the G, or it's not.
You just stay open the whole time.
Stay open as much as you can.
The whole time.
Let you go.
I mean, you're not doing anything else. You're just fine.
Yeah.
And you don't have to work your jaw. It's not like
No, just drop it and relax it.
So try it one more time and replaying it down. I'm going to try to do
Say
it.
the one.
You want to yeah, sorry, on the soprano one. So. Make a clean cut. Don't taper off and then go to the next note. That was much more in tune. That's what's happening on.
Sorry, I'm doing some technique while we're doing this because if we can.
Absolutely. Okay, so now if you try to bring it in.
Jessica, can you hear? Because you can sit up here.
I'm sorry, Jessica, I didn't see you over there. Okay, I apologize. All right. So now why don't we try singing that over the accompaniment? Okay?
Try to sing it by heart. No.
Not good?
Not you.
Because you're gonna so here we go.
Oh, now feel better? Yeah. Right? If you drop it and you don't look at the music, so your brain's not going, I know. I saw you, you were not looking at the music at the concert. You were looking at me. I saw you coming in. Just nobody else came with you.
And so, does that feel a little easier? Breaking it apart a little bit? Now, here's the thing. In the accompaniment, I help you guys. So I come in often at the same time that you're coming in on some of those offbeats. So you have a little bit of that underneath here. And not a lot, admittedly. I admit that there's not a lot, but that's because there's kind of a lot going on in the choir. So how much do you need going on in the piano competing with that? And for you, just don't think about it.
Yes,
Just don't think about it. It's just getting the first, it's just 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's it. That's all you're doing.
and the thing is that we have a nice strong alto part and a strong soprano. So you don't have to worry about being too quiet. It's really hard to sing up there, keep it loose, be in tune, and sing softly. It's not within the skills of this group. Okay? Yes. And we shouldn't expect it to. So if you sing more, especially the soprano too, and push comes to shove, Barb is we know Barb is away for a month and Eva is here. So there's 4, but there's 4 of you. There's 4 of you, and there's 5 actually. Yeah, Carol and Jan are singing. So there's 6 actually soprano too. So if everybody is present, then the altos there's 6 altos, giving us a really solid bass, then you can just sing out.
And the good news is that dynamically you're invited to do that, right? This is the loud verse. Loud verse.
Why don't you sit like here? Could you bring a chair? Just grab any chair. A chair, any chair. Oh, she needs that chair. Yeah, the one with the. Thank you, Bonnie. Jessica, you sure you don't want to come over here next to Claudia? Okay.
Do you want to try both parts together? Just again, you can do the blues, they'll do the odds. I'm not going to give out the words right now, and you get to keep feeling the syncopation, and they're just going to kind of float on top of that. Sound reasonable? You want to know how it works. Everybody on their own part, singing their own notes. Does anybody need a review of that? No. I'll give you the 2 measures.
Yeah. You have to do a lot of, and you need to wait. If the piano is, the piano is what it is. My Steinway, it would. Yeah, we're good with words. Yeah.
Does anybody need any? Oh, we're starting where? Same place, letter E, measure 61.
Can I just ask that when we finish, nobody move? Didn't always happen in the concert.
There are a lot of things that did happen. Live performance is always an adventure. Okay, now that we're a little more comfortable, make sure you open and just let's pull back the volume a little bit because I don't hear them at all. Now, to be fair, I have a big piano, but I don't hear them at all. So let's pull back a little bit. Here, granted, I'm singing.
Okay, so just a couple of things with the words. The he, that, and then you've got to rest. The end word. It's not connected. Okay. She knows somebody was here. It's Agav, Zocher, or Kamabad. That is connected. The first one, just know that you do have the rest.
Just imagine that. No, I'm joking.
It makes textually, it's what she has.
The he or that, and she knows. What does she know? Somebody was here. The rug remembers his footsteps. The clock is ticking out his name. And she knows that he left and it's never coming back. So this is, I'm tearing this. I will send you the whole list, but the theme for Woman to Woman is a woman's journey of ages and stages. And so Nigra Sum and Vishuv are two aspects of youth, of being young. One is of being ripe and if we're lucky, having that time in our life of going, man, I'm good. I'm just beautiful and I feel beautiful. Contrasted with that, am I always going to be alone? I'm alone again. Nobody's ever going to love me. I'm never going to find a partner. So that time in teenhood. So these are paired together as our opening set. And then we have choices that women make, like Lechila, following your husband, or the Song of Ruth, making a choice in which family, who are you staying with? And then that is finished with El Haderech, because we go together. And we have the presentation about the shelter, followed by pain and suffering, which is Yesh Brachim and Lulivi, and finally finishing with finding inner strength. Everyone can sing and ballad. And then we end with a prayer for peace, inner peace, Oseh Shalom, outer peace, take all of the above. So it's a real journey. So think of this as paired with Nigra Sum and that the emotional journey that I don't think there's a single woman who doesn't have that dichotomy of, wow, nobody loves me. I'm so great. I'm always I suck.
And that happens the same day.
The same day. I look so beautiful. I'm so fat. These pants make my rear. All right.
Can I just say
that
Lechila isn't follow your husband, it's follow your calling, follow God.
It's choices. It's more not so much as follow your husband, but making that choice of listening to the.
But God's in this reimagining, God speaks to the woman.
Yes.
So So she's following, not, she's following God. That's, I'm just.
She's taking, I like to look at it as choosing to take on the journey,
Okay.
you know, because I need to secularize the message.
But don't say follow as completely.
No, no.
That's
No, well, I think, yes, you're right, not follow your, but go on the
follow
path
your
with your.
calling.
Well, or go, I mean, she goes with Abraham. She doesn't go alone. She makes the choice to take on the message as, and the burden and the journey, but she does it together with him. She doesn't go by herself, or she doesn't choose to not go. So I think they're, you know, we all, when you're in a relationship, we all make choices of who gets to decide what. And some of them are, okay, I stay home with the kids because my husband travels 3 days out of 5. And if I have a job, then what? Yeah. And there's a texting context discussing all of these things, including Ayala's insights. Back to the shoot, because I also want to get to.
The wonderful thing about poetry is that it's open to so many different interpretations, captures so many different levels. For me, for example, this particular poem is one of a much broader loss. It's not one of, gee, am I going to be, am I young and am I going to be alone? For me, it really has so much imagery of the repetitive loss experienced by people, whether that's through losing natural needs, whether that would be through losing someone in a war, whether that's losing someone who you loved and it's unrequited and it's just the end of a relationship, just so many different levels of that, which is why the sort of tenor of this piece is a little bit of pensiveness and wistfulness. But at the same time, because this is such a natural part of human experience, it is not grim.
And April 2nd, Text and Context is about the shoot.
And that's why you've got some of this, you know,
And Neely's going to be there, yeah?
poppy
Nearly, I
stuff.
haven't talked to you about it.
But that's why you've got some of this poppy stuff going on, right? It's not grim. It's not grim. You know. Okay, all right. So back to letter E. Lyrics, text and notes and parts. Text and ahs and too much. Here we go.
Watch the cutoff. When you sing softer, you have to open your mouth more. Good. Feel better?
Yep.
All right, let's go back to our seats. Thank you, yay, hooray, thank you, Neely.
Be carefully. Okay, so I would like to do some work on Song of Ruth and Yesh Prachim. Let me try this that one.
don't want to hear high G sung through this one. This is me. Song of Ruth. I'd like us to start at measure 66. Let me see. Ladies, there's things soprano 2 all right. Measure 66. Can we all please sing soprano 2? Neely will play the part. Let's just give us our key, get us back into G major somehow. Give us dukes, please. Duke. 1, 2, 3. Good, we're going to do that again together with Alicia as well. So pause me from you as you listen, right? Watching me. Just look up. Okay, Alicia, Song of Ruth, measure 66. Why don't you come up next to Lainey? Alicia? Because the two of you are the soprano 2s. We got two alto 1s, 4 alto 2s, and 3 soprano 1s. Yay! Everybody, one more time. Actually, let's start at the pickup, sorry. Okay, pick up to 66 on doo-doos. Everybody on soprano 2. 1, 2. Looking up, everybody's unison. And if you watch me, I can do all kinds of things. And if you don't watch me, I can't do anything. Everybody on alto 1, same place. Here we go. 1, 2. Could you do that one more time? Because I don't think Leah has sung this. Did you sing this? I don't think so.
I think I rehearsed it. I don't feel like I sang it.
Yeah, because we did it in 2020, but we didn't quite get there.
Yeah.
And then we did it in 2021, and you were not singing. Okay, one more time. Everybody on alto 1. 1, 2. We're not going to worry about parts. All the sopranos on soprano 1, all the altos on alto 1. Here we go. Soprano 2, sorry, alto 1, soprano 2. Thank you. 1, 2. One more time. Yeah. Yeah, and that alto, when you have that suspension and release, and then later soprano 2, and you have the suspension and release, that's important. So don't sing it quietly. Feel like 1, 2.
alto 1 and soprano 2. Everybody, all the altos are singing alto 1. It's good for you to sing a different part than your own part. One more time. 2 parts. No alto 2. Going up with the alto ones. Here you go. Nice job. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Yeah, so your partners really need to hear each other. All right, everybody on alto 2. Here we go. 1, 2. Everybody on alto 2. Everybody on alto 2. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2. It's a really straightforward part. When he messes, most of the time, it's with y'all. Okay, when he does some tricky notes, they're usually in the soprano 2 or the alto 1, the inner voices. It's what most arrangers do for SATB. Have a leftover note. Where should I put it? I know, the tenor. Yeah, so they get some really weird intervals. So just one time, soprano 1 with a melody. Everybody on the melody. 1, 2. Stop. Okay, all people, all parts. Neely's going to play with you once, and then we're going to do it a cappella. Oh, my battery's dying. I forgot to plug it in until an hour before I left the house, and it didn't quite get there. Sorry if the recording ends before the rehearsal. Should have been here. Here we go. All people, all parts. 1, 2. To lift. Eyes up. That was not 2. Here we go. Keep it. Stunning. Keep the energy, keep the tension. Okay, acapella, same thing, acapella. Good luck. Here we go. And actually, as soon as you get to death, you're looking up because I need to cut the arc.
Are we still on dues though? Are we still on dues?
Yes. Yeah. I want the chords. I'm so proud of the way you're tuning. It's really, really wonderful. It was wonderful, and anyone can sing. And we have several pieces that were in Hebrew they say ala pupik. We're jumping over our belly buttons. And the challenge for me is to make the jump, this much farther than you can reach so that we can get there. And I can never, sometimes I guess really right and sometimes I guess really wrong. So I'm really proud of everybody. Here we go. Here we go. 1 acapella. 1, 2. Pretty darn close, right? Wasn't that cool? All right, now backing up, we're going to measure 57. Okay, I want to do the same thing. This whole section is just really, really tricky. We worked on it a lot, and we didn't work on it, and now it needs to be worked on a lot again. All right, so we look at the alti, and what do they split from 57 until 66? One note.
One note.
One note. All right, add measure. What measure is the split?
63.
63, right? All right, so let's see if they can do it. Soprano ones with the alto ones, soprano twos with the alto twos. Here we go. At 57, only alto parts. Everybody know what they're singing? Alto 2, alto 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so careful about that F sharp and then the F natural. Good. Soprano ones, I want to point out to you in measure 61, you are doubling the altos at the octave. Tune to them. They don't tune to you, you tune to them. Okay, great. Everyone on soprano 2. Yeah, this is and as Lainey will attest, there are some tricky parts here, but Alicia is a rock. No pressure. No pressure. Here we go. 3, breathe. Everybody on soprano 2. Everybody on soprano 2. 3. Play the C natural, please. That's the bait of the existence. That's C sharp. Yeah, yeah. The C sharp is in measure 60, say 63. All right, one more time. Everybody, soprano 2. Actually, soprano 1, soprano 2, alto 1 on soprano 2, alto 2 on alto 2. You're singing soprano 2. These 4 are on alto 2, everybody else is soprano 2. Here we go. 3, 3. Good. Okay. Let's add the alto 1's on alto 1, alto 2, all the sopranos on soprano 2. Because once we add the soprano, it's piece cake. Nice job on the unison in measure 62. Here we go. You just have that one split.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the altos are the same thing except that one split with the C sharp and the F sharp and the B and the D and the excitement. Yeah, anytime your part has an accidental, meaning there's a flat mark or a sharp mark, it's something special happening and you need to take special notice. Here we go. 3. Good job. Easier with her, right?
Oh.
All right, everybody on soprano one just for once, and pick up to 60. At 61, just sing the, go down to the alto part because yeah. I don't need you to go up to the high. Here we go. Here we go. 3. Everybody on melody. Everybody on melody. 3. Good. All people, all parts, once with Neely and then a cappella. If you want to stand soprano runs, that's fine. Everybody as well. Anybody who wants to stand is welcome to stand. Stand. Here you go. 3. Bravo. It's so beautiful. It's we have a lot of nice music this year. It ended up being, I had to get rid of some of the Sondheim, so that was going to be my up, but I don't think anybody here is sorry that I'm not doing the Sondheim.
Nope.
Yeah, the Sondheim, yeah, it was just, we'll see whether we can maybe bring back, I don't know. I'm giving some thoughts for next year, but here we go. I think I told you Susan Brown, who wrote La Muzziela for us, has a setting of the Song of Hannah. It's the whole text, and it's really in English. Interesting. You'll like. It's not harmonically tricky, but so Susan changes meter a lot, and there's some modal stuff, and it's a really cool piece. So if we do that. And the Song of Ruth, and I have a different Song of Miriam. There's 3 numbers, right? Yeah, so it's kind of a roundish thing. Yeah, so I think more than the go back to the other one, and Miriam sang, which I'm over. All right, here you go. Way to die, a cappella. Do.
Right.
Pretty cool. Okay, I think we don't have time to do Yesh Plachim. So what I'd like us to do in the few minutes we have left is back up to page 7, pick up to page 44, and let's sing it from there to the end with the text, with Neely on Neely's part. How about we stand? Measure 40, pick up to 45. Page 7, entreat, the final entreat. Yeah, so Mimi and Leslie get closer to Anne. You can even, one of you can be on her other side. Because Lainey is short, so scoot over, the three of you scoot over so that you can squish. Yes, Leslie, get closer to Mimi. Yeah, I know, just, all of you can keep moving until, there we go. It's like the Three Stooges, right? Jessica, take half a step in that direction. There we go, okay? Mimi, your job is to not have to do this. If you need to move somebody in front of you, then, or move yourself, but please be aware of yourself. You should never be doing this. Okay, entry. 1, 2. The word is entry. Entry, entry, go. Entry. Go to return. For to return from following. Watching. Right? Right? Thank you, everybody. Chairs back around the table. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. We're done.